Okay. I believe it is recording now. Anyways, hello everyone. That sounds so horrible. But anyways, hello my lovelies. I hope you are having a good day, afternoon, night. And today I am I'm bringing you a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Reader. Keep in mind, this story does not belong to me. This was written by MarvelTmntGirl on Wattpad. I will link their story, or her story, their story in the description below. But yeah, it's going to be a little short one. We're going to do about 2 because the first one's kind of short. So let's begin. So this one is just labeled First Sighting. It was a warm night. The moon shined brightly over the rooftops. 4 dark figures leaped across the roofs, silent, stealthy. I wondered who they could be. Sorry, I messed that up. You eagerly placed your popcorn down, ready to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all night. You loved the show, and you didn't care if your friends teased you about being obsessed. You were about to sit down when you heard something on your roof, being in the top floor. You didn't want your internet to go out. Again, so you went up to check. You climbed the fire escape, or scout the wall, whichever you prefer, and looked around the roof, checking the internet first. You came to the very edge of the roof and gasped. On the next building was 4 shapes, masked by the night. But that wasn't what made you gasp. You saw their eyes. Dark blue, brownish red, electric green, and baby blue. No flipping way. No. I messed it up again, sorry. It's my first time reading aloud. Well, and then posting it, but anyways. Sorry. No flipping way. No flippin' chicken way, you thought, still staring at them. Something was off. They flickered from being whole to barely a shadow. They didn't see you yet, so you slipped away, still not sure what you just saw. Sorry, I keep messing this up. You stood in your room before dashing to your binoculars, only to find that they were gone. You sighed and sat, munching on some popcorn. If only it were true, you said again, momentarily forgetting about your show. Your phone pinged and you saw an author updated a fanfic from Wattpad. You smiled and turned off your phone, turned on the TV, and watched your show once more. If you thought I was done, you were sorely mistaken, because there is another part. So anyways, this one is He Saves You. Yeah, okay. It had been at least a week since you saw the strange figures on the rooftops, and you couldn't get them out of your head. Leonardo. You were walking down the street at night, headphones stuffed in your ears, blocking out the world as usual. The streets were deserted, except for a few people. You walked along when you sensed something, of course, because you can't walk down the street without sensing something. Anyway, you looked behind you and saw 3 large figures who saw you looking and started chasing you. Naturally, you ran away and accidentally ducked into an alley. You thought that was it, when the 3 people ran past you at a surprising speed. You let out a breath, thinking you're okay. Then, out of nowhere, Foot Ninja leaped out, cornering you. What the heck? Foot Ninja? Here? You marveled, while being terrified at the same time. Suddenly, 4 figures jumped down in front of you and started attacking the ninja. You somehow felt safe, and the situation was very, very familiar. One turned to you, having sapphire blue eyes, and swept you off your feet, up to the rooftops. Just touching you sent shivers sent... Oh, sorry, that was... Just touching sent shivers up and down your spine, goosebumps on your skin, and made your heart beat twice as fast, all in around 5 seconds. And to make things even more awesome, he stared at you with those brilliant eyes, seeming to gaze into your very soul as he landed on the roof, then placed you down. "Now, miss," he started, but stopped himself seeing your star-struck stare. "You're Leonardo! How the heck? I must be dreaming, because you can't be real. Can you?" Neil was surprised at your rambling. A nice change from ear-splitting screams. "Miss, are you all right?" It seemed that you forgot why you were so freaked out, and hearing Leo's voice reminded you. Looking to him, your face grew bright red. I have a thing to get to. Yeah, a thing. But thank you for saving me." With that, you ran to the edge of the roof and climbed down the fire escape, panting heavily when you returned home. Donatello, you were on a random roof, spacing yourself from pretty much everything. You had some peaceful music on, flowing through the wind on this pleasant night. You hummed the tune on the radio, smiling at the peace and quiet. Then you were interrupted by a thump from behind you. You jumped, pulling out your taser gun, preparing for a violent person or a harmless cat. What you got was so much more. A flipping purple bandana bow staff wielding Ninja Turtle! You gasped loudly, almost dropping the taser gun. A container of mutagen rolled to your foot, and Donnie followed it, not yet realizing your presence. He placed a hand on the mutagen and saw the sneaker and looked up till he met your eyes. "Uh-oh," he whispered. You try not to smile like a maniac and pick up the mutagen, touching his hand for a split second, and time seemed to stop in its tracks. Goosebumps traveled up your arm and was replaced with shivers going down your spine as butterflies tickled the insides of your stomach, with your heart beating 1,000 miles per second. You gulped and time resumed, permitting you to stand to your full height, mutagen in hand. Donatello stood, too, towering over you. "Good Mother Maybell, you're tall." You stated the obvious. You do that when you're nervous, and right now you were pretty nervous. Could I have that, please?" he stuttered, looking at the glowing substance. Looking up at him curiously. "So, I'm hallucinating, right? That seems to be the most likely explanation. You're very realistic, I must say." You hesitantly poke his arm, your nerves slowly wearing off. Donnie didn't know what to make of this strange reaction. Right. Totally hallucinating. Just sit back down and enjoy your music, and I'll be gone when you look back." You glanced at your boombox, then to Donnie, who had disappeared. You whipped your head around, looking for him or something. You weren't sure. So, with a heavy sigh, you picked up the stereo and left. Raphael. You smiled as you stepped into the hot tub, relaxing your muscles. You don't get to go to the pool in the daytime, so you sneak in and relax on your own. So now it was like a private pool. Soon you got out, a burst of cold air hitting your warm skin, making you shiver, while feeling quite pleasant at the same time. You wrap your towel around you and go to change when a bunch of PDs jump in front of you. I think you know what that means. "Hey, Missy, looks like we're just in time," one sneers, looking you up and down, to your disgust. "My eyes are up here, you disgusting piece of trash," you growl, gripping your towel even tighter. A figure leaps out in front of you, towering over the wannabe punks. "What are you, Greenie?" "Your worst nightmare," the figure growls. Your mind sparks with excitement and confusion as you immediately recognize the Batman voice, who you now know as Raphael, charges the beauties, yelling rather loudly. Most of them run in fear, while a few others stupidly choose to get their butts handed to them. Raphael charges the largest one, giving him a powerful roundhouse kick, knocking him to the ground, then a reverse punch to put him out. Then 2 others tackle him from behind, clinging to his shell. Raph spins around, knocking them off, and grabs the 2, bashing their heads together. In the end, Raph is breathing heavily, having won the battle. You timidly walk forward, making him jump and point his size at you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry. Hang on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stand down, you say softly, placing a hand on his. You suddenly feel butterflies in your stomach and goosebumps on your skin, but you shake it off and return your attention to Mr. Hothead. You did very good, Raphael. Thanks for defending me. You smile warmly at him, keeping your fangirl side hidden. He blinks a few times, realizing you said his name, and also thanked him for fighting the PDs. Wait, what? He says, looking down at you. You gulp and gently push away the sigh pointed at your neck to walk around him. Hey, how'd you know my name? You turn to look at him, tilting your head in slight confusion. For a dream, you have very realistic reactions. Then you smiled and slipped into the changing room. Michelangelo. You were on your roof, wearing old jeans, a gray t-shirt, sneakers, and a favorite colored beanie, doing the best thing in the world to you. Painting. You smiled while painting the sunset, placing the final brush strokes to your masterpiece. Suddenly, you're jerked back by a powerful force, and look to see a hand gripping your forearm tightly. Ow! Hey, let go of me! You cry, trying to loosen their grip. The one known as Krang will take the one known as Girl to the place known as headquarters. Wait, what? No way am I gonna be your lab rat! The ones known as Krang will release the one known as Girl! You protest. Sorry, I said that wrong. You protest, but the words go in one ear and out the other. Suddenly a figure jumps in front of you and charges the Krang. Booyah shaka! Booyah kasha. Booyah kasha! He yells, making your heart jump to your throat and your mind whirl until you felt dizzy. The one known as Krang will do the thing known as attack, the Krang said, dropping you and charging Mikey. He pulled out his nunchucks, twirling them around, basically showing off for you, before getting serious. He lunged at them and aimed for the stomach area, where the Krang actually are. You know what I'm talking about. Mikey gave it a good hit, knocking down one, who crashed into another. Then he front-kicked another, sending it flying off the roof with an, You couldn't help but stifle a giggle. Sorry if I said the booyah kasha wrong, because I'm horrible at saying things sometimes. But anyways, the rest of the Krangs started to get worried, realizing they couldn't beat the nunchuck-wielding orange bandana ninja turtle. The ones known as Krang will do what is known as retreat, at the time known as now. Then they ran off like the cowards they are. Hey, you okay, dudette? Mikey asked from the shadows. You smiled and stood, feeling a tad wobbly. Mikey noticed and ran to help, being the sweetheart he is. He went and held your arms, raising goosebumps and making your heart beat faster. You gulped and regained your balance, smiling at Mikey again. Wow, this is an awesome dream. You look so real. You poke his cheek and he giggles. Okay, if you say so. This is a dream. Mikey smiles, happy that for once, someone that he saved didn't run in fear. Wow, that's an awesome painting, dudette. He glanced at your painting unharmed through all the commotion and turned back to thank him, but he was gone. Well, that was one strange dream. he muttered, packing your art supplies. And that's it. I will do more if you guys want me to. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.